Got me.
Welcome into the Sports Buffoons podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the world, welcome on and back again to the Sports Buffoon Studios here at Lenexa, Kansas, of course, once more. Great to be back again with the full clan. All three of us once more. Anyways, guys, how you doing? We got Tanner Dawson all the way to my far right. We got Jason JG in the middle, and then Mike Settle here running it. So, anyways, guys, we got a lot to talk about. The Chiefs training camp's underway. We got all kinds of random sports. Thankfully, the real sports of the world are finally coming around, like the WNBA, right?
That's right. Hey, I got breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news. Start the show. The Phoenix Suns have agreed to a 3-year extension, $73 million contract extension per Shams to the one guy I have on this card here, Gem Mitt, Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, he says Dylan Brooks. Unfortunately,
Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, he's holding up a Devin Booker card.
It's the same initials, at least.
As
it's
if
who cares?
Yeah.
They all stink. So
no, it's all pretty bad. I agree. I mean, at least Devin's loyal, I guess.
Why 3 years, $73 million for Dylan Brooks?
Because it's the Suns, Tanner.
Like,
what do you want to
That
know?
was a joke.
What do you want to know? The whole thing is
serious?
the whole thing is a disaster.
Yeah,
Are you freaking serious?
They could have done something better.
No,
I don't know what he's worried about.
I don't think I think he's lying.
I don't know what he's concerned about. I don't know why he even cares.
Dylan Brooks? Dude. No, there's no way that just happened. That's not real.
For Shams.
This is the worst opener of all time. It's football season. We're talking about Dylan Brooks with the Suns, as if we should care about Dylan Brooks playing again for the Suns, who are a terrible team.
73 mil. 73 mil.
So they gave up. They basically gave up.
They did.
They gave up a long time ago. You guys late? Like, what's going on here?
No, I'm not late to the party.
I
mean, I think we should
They gave up 2 years ago.
No, I think we should do it a little bit bigger. I think KD. I think we should bring KD and CP3 back to the Suns.
Get them back.
Because
what's up, Hunter?
That would be a whole heck of a lot better than just rolling Dylan Brooks and Devin Booker out there. You could have CP3, Kevin Durant, and as old as those guys are, that would give you a better chance in a playoff run than just giving Dylan Brooks $73 million, man. Like, hey, you know, my theme when I was on my Colorado trip, you guys, I've been on vacation for a couple of weeks. My theme on that trip was, let's try not to light money on fire. Well, if you give Dylan Brooks $73 million bucks, I think that we should. What's the name of the dictionary? Is it they got a special name for the dictionary these days?
These days, it's not Webster or anything.
Webster, yeah.
Okay.
I think that we should rename the definition of lighting money on fire as and put Dylan Brooks's picture in there. That's the definition of light money on fire. That's oh gosh. I don't want to say the R word. You guys know that I like to keep it PG-13. I'm not going to say the R word, but you know, like, let's just light money on fire and sign Dylan Brooks
3 years
because he's an amazing player, probably a superstar. Give him 73 mil, bro. And I think we could end the show right now, actually, because that was actually pretty awesome. You can't say anything more awesome than that. I don't think, because that was ridiculous, man. Somebody has a screw loose over there in the Suns organization, but maybe Mike, as a resident Suns fan, would have some more to say about that, because that's I don't have the words, bro. I don't have the words.
All I have to say is, can we start this whole show over again without talking about Brooks or Suns
You want to start from the intro
or anything else? Can we just start it over?
Start from the intro.
I don't want to do this to begin the show. This is ridiculous.
Okay.
This is ridiculous.
The Chiefs are more important.
I understand what Tanner was trying to do, and it got carried away. And this was not the way we should be starting this.
Hey, part 2, guys. Part 2. Here we go.
Welcome into the Sports Buffoons podcast. Girls of the world, welcome on back in once again to the Sports Buffoon Studios here out of Lenexa, Kansas. I apologize so much for that strange, outdated intro we just had a minute ago. That aired over the current live edition of what we're doing at the moment. We got Tanner Dawson all the way to my right. Hopefully this time he keeps his mouth shut. Jason JG to my middle, and then Mike Soto here running it. So let me ask you, fellas, what's going on? How you feeling? Let's not talk about anything else other than how we're feeling, and maybe we can talk some football after a minute. So what's going on?
I really enjoy non-alcoholic beers.
That's
one of my favorite things over the past couple of
That's great
weeks.
to know.
I tried it out the last couple of weeks, and it's working out for me, actually.
I love it. You love the stout non-alcoholics? I mean, does it matter which?
Dude, the Guinness.
Guinness.
If you've never tried the Guinness non-alcoholic, it is awesome.
They got some good even IPAs that are non-alcoholic that are pretty good. I mean, I like a good variety of those. Those are pretty good. Yeah, I've had my fair share of NA beers for sure.
I love it, man.
Yeah, it's a great thing. So, anyways, Tanner over there, what's going on?
Hunter said Dylan Brooks just signed an extension.
I don't.
Starsky just said, "Can we talk about Dylan Brooks?"
We will put that. We'll shove that somewhere
Did you
deep
guys know
down.
that?
If we have time at the end of the show,
can we possibly?
If we have time at the end of the show,
we like to table these things.
We can put that away for if there's time at the end of the show before 10 o'clock. Then we could throw it in there for the last 3 minutes of the show, maybe. But
we'll
I feel like we have a lot of other
important
things to talk about for this show.
I've always liked it when people say, "I'd like to table that for a couple of minutes." We should probably table that.
Put it in your nightstand and save it for a later day or something like that. I don't know what that means.
I wonder how Mike feels too. I guess we'll have to table it though till the end of the show. So
I don't think I feel anything right now. That's crazy breaking news. Thank you for telling me. I guess we'll save that for.
Thank you, commenters.
We'll save my natural reaction for later on.
It's going to help Devin Booker. That's all we care about.
So, anyways, it sounds like people are sipping on some things. So, what are you guys sipping on over there, Tanner? Start off.
I got me a little Voodoo Ranger, New Belgium Imperial IPA. So, one of my favorites.
Voodoo from New Belgium, Fort Collins, Colorado, I believe.
Yep. Pretty good.
All right. JG, what you got over there?
I'm just a wannabe gambler, so I've got casino water bottles. This time I think it was from the Penn Play. There's Penn Play casinos all over the place, and sometimes they like to donate money to me and water. So I got a free bottle of water from the Penn Play guys.
I, funny enough, was at a Penn Play location earlier. Got some free water, of course. And I got some more water here for right now. But, I got some good water here. This is the best water in the Midwest out here. This is natural tap water. Is the best water ever. So, anyways, that's what I'm sipping on. I might grab something else here in a minute to deal with you guys. But that'll be a different story, a different day. But
please make sure it's non-alcoholic. That's all I ask.
Oh, yeah. I got a few of those pushed away in the back of the fridge somewhere. So, anyways.
Well, JG, how was the vacation?
It's fantastic, man. A lot of families, they try to just run their ass off, the whole time. They make plans and do this and that and what have you. Me and my family, we do the opposite of that. Like we'll make some plans for a couple of days, but then you also have a couple of days where you actually don't do anything.
That's good.
You just relax. And I think that's the best thing that you can do sometimes. So we had a fantastic vacation. My daughter, we took her to arcades and stuff like that. So,
good.
As long as your family is happy with what the heck you're doing, then that's the best vacation of all time.
So, yeah. You spent, what cities did you get to explore in Colorado?
We did Idaho Springs. We did Black Hawk, Colorado. And, honestly, that's pretty much it, man.
Really? No Estes Park this time?
No. Well, we tried to do it, but my daughter, she got sick on the way up the mountain to Estes Park, and we had to stop and turn around and go back because the best thing that you can do in Estes Park is that mountain coaster. And my daughter, she absolutely loved it. I think it was 3 years ago. She loved it. But now that she's a little bit older, she's getting ready to turn 9 this month. She's a little bit scared of mountain coasters. So we didn't make it to the mountain coaster. And it is what it is, man. But Colorado is just a great state, man, because I feel like the state of Colorado, like if you take your family on a vacation, like everybody's going to get what they want. And that's what I bring to the table right now.
You get what you want, though. That's the important part too. You got to get what you want out.
I got everything I wanted. I found, because you guys know I'm a card collector, so I collect basketball, football, baseball cards. I like to hunt down all of these card shops all around the country. That's one of my favorite things to do. But I also like to go to casinos, and I got to go to Blackhawk, which I'd never been to before. And I peeled a little bit of money out of them, actually a significant amount of money out of them. And so the great thing about Colorado is, like, you know, you got a lot of different options. So you can go to the casinos, you can go find card shops, you know, all this stuff. And it's just a great tourist destination. And it doesn't matter what your political affiliation is. You're going to have some fun in Colorado. So that's what I liked about it the most.
I liked it.
That's a place, Tanner. I've been trying to hopefully get you back out there at some point in your life, and you would love it, man. And I know that the craft beer industry was definitely exploded in Colorado, and I know we were kind of in the middle of a decline for the craft beer world, but there's still some incredible options out there. And eventually, when you get out to Colorado, you're gonna have to have a good time and enjoy the real beer of the world out there in America. Not maybe not the world, but America at least.
Yeah.
I mean, it's some fantastic stuff out there. So
we got to make that a point here, because I do enjoy going to the breweries, seeing the environment. It's not just, I mean, the beer is great and all, but it's the atmosphere, it's the environment, it's how is it set up, the ideas that come out of these business owners. You know, like
I've always gone different cities, different places in the Midwest, and always bragged to you about this place or that place being better than what we have in Kansas City from a brewery standpoint. And Colorado, I mean, majority of them blow away what we have.
Starsky's leaving for Colorado on Thursday.
No way.
Well, what the hell? We're gonna be out there at the same time then.
That's my best friend right there, man.
We're all gonna be out there.
You guys can both talk about Josh Allen together.
We can talk about Josh Allen again. We'll bring that up at some point while we're both in Colorado at different places.
That's just insane. Like, all of my best friends, they go to Colorado at the same time. I feel like at some point you should probably just get married to your best friends instead of your wives. It might work out a little bit better.
Yeah, except you guys don't have vaginas. That's the problem. That's what's keeping us from having that happen, I guess. Otherwise, there's less arguing, there's less fighting. I mean, it's all peaceful. You just don't have a vagina, so I don't like you as much. Oh boy, to be open and free and crude at times, you know, it's okay. That's what we're here for. Guys being guys. All right. Are you done over there?
Is it time?
Are you done over there, Tanner, with that? With whatever it is you're trying to bait? I don't have a monitor anymore again. Since Tanner's here.
Yeah.
So
He's
I don't know.
He has a comment.
Who's saying what or whatever. So
I said Starsky.
If people are chatting, let us know about it as the group
I will.
unfolds. So anyways, the main topic of today's show obviously is Chiefs training camp. Right?
Should we get into it?
Whoa. Absolutely, let's get into it.
Let's go, Chiefs! Chiefs Kingdom!
By the way, I am very happy to announce, and other people know about this too, but Geehaw at Arrowhead Stadium is finally gone. It is now officially just Arrowhead Stadium once more. Thank goodness that sponsorship is over with, and we are just back to being Arrowhead Stadium for probably the remainder of Arrowhead's life.
Whoa. Why do you not like Geehaw? Because if not for Geehaw, I would have never been able to met Taylor Swift. Like,
okay, you know what? That's actually a great
he knows
point.
me on
That's
a first
actually a
name
great point.
basis. Like Taylor Swift knows me on a first name basis now, and that's because of the Geehaw. So why would you hate on that, bro?
Okay,
That doesn't make any
I'll
sense.
give you credit for that. That's a great point to bring that up. I just love my stadium to be the traditional name of Arrowhead. But you're right. If not for that suite, the T Swift suite, which was the GEHA suite, we probably would never have met T Swift the way we did.
You would have never pissed next to her.
I'd have never been bathroom to bathroom, butt to butt.
It's way,
the way we were.
wild, man.
It was pretty crazy. And so we never got to experience that. So
We-
that's a good
or
point.
the
never would've-
vagina. You wouldn't have experienced the vagina.
We never
The
would
vagina?
have. We never would have saw Donna.
Well, you were
Okay.
butt to vagina.
That's what's
basically.
important.
Oh, well, I just
That's important.
That's-
We
I don't
would have
know.
never saw Donna. So
Donna was there, yeah, in the suite
Oh,
there.
yeah.
So, yeah, that's a good point. Now, but I work for a company that's obviously very well known within the Arrowhead community, and there might be a chance one day for something of those long lines to happen at some point.
Do it
So,
again. Do it again.
So, anyways, well, it might be happening again at some point, just under instead of GHA suite, it might be
something else.
my company's suite.
I'm
So,
just glad it's back to Arrowhead. That's plain and simple. I'm just happy it's back to Arrowhead.
yeah, me too. And it's taken off the signs, like so they had to take it down because of the World Cup, right?
Correct.
So all the Arrowhead logo nonsense all had to come down. But so now when it's like, oh, time to put it back up, it's like, hey, so about that, how about we just don't put yours back up? And they're just like, okay, fine.
I guess.
Because what we have Arrowhead for the next 5 years, and then they'll be officially moved to Kansas City, Kansas,
Yep.
by the Legends, and at that point they can potentially rename it something entirely different. Could just be Chief Stadium. I don't know yet.
There's a
I
lot
have
to
I have a
be
certain name in
figured out.
mind, but I'll save that for a different day.
A lot to figure out still.
Yeah. Anyways, besides all that, man, we have not gotten to be on this podcast since training camp began. And so we have the last, 10 days worth of practice information to think about and go over a little bit. Some of the things that stuck out to me so far to this point, and I know most people listening have already paid attention to other podcasts like Cole for How About Those Chiefs, and Twitter, of course, is a big impact on following along with Chiefs camp. But for me, I am very happy to see, as we expected, a lot more under center plays being drawn up. And that has been something that's was very much needed, I guess, and a big impact on revamping this offense. I know Kenneth Walker really likes plays being run out of from under center. He says he can see the field better because of it. And also, I think Patrick Mahomes is going to benefit from it as well. I think the play action pass game is going to be better than ever before. We got some questions about the receiving game at the moment. Obviously, there's some question marks with certain players, also some injury concerns at the moment as time's gone on, and all that kind of good stuff. And then, Eric Bieniemy, obviously, obviously our thoughts and prayers are with him and his family throughout their situation. And so he stepped away for a while to take care of his wife. And I don't want to get into details on any of that, honestly, but I hope, he takes his time and comes back whenever he's ready to come back. And I hope everything from that is figured out and taken care of properly the way it should be. And I hope he is okay when he comes back and ready to focus on the team at that point, I hope.
Yep.
But otherwise, he should take his time. And a lot of other players have just said the same sentiment, especially Kenneth Walker talked about that too, about how he really enjoyed the short time he got to be with EB and how much he holds people accountable. And basically, he's not going to let you mess up twice. Basically, you're going to do it the right way or you're not going to do it at all in EB's world. And we needed that voice back in the locker room again with, previously Matt Nagy obviously wasn't getting that point across. And so anyways, we hope to get him back and ready to roll. But we still got, a few weeks to go before week 1, right? So we still got a few weeks to go. We still got training camp to go. We don't have one preseason game yet. We're still 9 days away from the first preseason game.
Hall of Fame games tomorrow. So, we finally kick football off.
I got football going on, man. I can't wait. And so, anyways, let's banter a little bit on our information we've all seen. We have not gotten to go to Chiefs camp this year for the first time in the Buffoons' existence. We have not gotten to be at Chiefs camp, so that's unfortunate for us. Our timing with traveling and things like that just isn't working out for us this year. I just got back from Alabama and Mississippi, and JG was in Colorado. It's like we can't figure it out with the timing this year. So I think we're going to miss it this year, unfortunately. But I think we do plan on all three of us going to the first preseason game, so that'll be kind of fun. But anyways, what's your first thoughts on Chiefs camp so far?
You want to kick it off, JG? Or want me to?
Yeah, I mean, for me, Chiefs camp is all about Cyrus Allen because Cyrus Allen is getting the most targets in this camp. And the reason why Cyrus Allen is getting all these targets is because Patrick Mahomes trusts him. And you're in a situation where the receiver room is a little bit messed up here, right? Because you've got Xavier Worthy, who has been banged up. You've got Rashi Rice, who's a little bit more than banged up. Like it's not a receiver room that is it's not very welcoming in terms of if you're trying to build a Super Bowl winning team. And so for me, Cyrus Allen is a guy that he's getting the reps. Mahomes trusts him. He looks like a guy that is going to get a lot of receptions this year, and he's going to improve the receiver room. And so he's a little bit banged up right now, but it's like just like a bone bruise or something like that. So
Yeah, shin bruise.
I think that Cyrus Allen is the story for me at the first point in this camp.
Well, yeah, I think we're about 7 or 8 days into camp now, fully, something along those lines.
10
10 days.
10 days.
But I think Allen was already out within like 4.
Yeah.
And so I mean,
It was
we're now
late last
we're now
week.
having padded practices and stuff like that. I want to see Cyrus Allen be able to put together some actual plays in pads with the rest of the team, because we haven't gotten to see that yet. The injury occurred during a bang play where he actually ran into Kyer Elam, the cornerback, in a shin bruise situation. I
It was
actually
a
heard from
special teams deal.
yeah, he was a gunner in that
Yep.
situation. They threw him in there. Nico let the ball go back, which rightfully so. It was within the 10-yard line, so let the ball bounce. And then I guess there was a cluster there. But luckily, the good news is Cyrus Allen, it sounds like he's just going to miss a little bit of time and be back. Because you're right. What you're alluding to is the fact that up to that point, he had been making spectacular plays, spectacular catches, one-handed catches over the middle of the field in open space and just creating space to begin with. And great footwork, great, basically the first 5 yards of a route, guy was creating separation. And so that's so important when it comes to receiving skills. And there's people out there that within the Chiefs organization that really feel confident in this guy. And, the Chiefs didn't sign Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs ended up going to the Commanders. But there's some comparisons right now, also a 5th rounder, by the way, Stephon Diggs, that this guy's a very similar skill set as Stephon Diggs when it comes to that route running. And so, I think anything that could be this intermediate route running ability is something that Cyrus Allen could be spectacular at.
I think the Chiefs really need that kind of style, right? And hopefully he comes back in pads and looks like he did before the shin bruise.
Yeah.
Xavier Worthy hurt his shoulder again, but it sounds like that's pretty minor this time around. So they're sitting him out. Rasheed Rice finally practiced with 11-11 today for the first time in camp.
Yep.
I think the big call out too, like you talk about Cyrus Allen, I kind of focus here is hoping for a strong preseason game next week as Andrew Armstrong, 6'3", big guy, but he can also bring separation.
He's been working in with Mahomes a little bit, which is interesting.
He's taking advantage of
throughout the injuries to like Worthy, for instance, and Cyrus Allen at the moment, Rasheed Rice being slow to get acclimated, right? Armstrong's been a guy who's been involved quite a bit in the offense with Mahomes. And so it's one of those things where if any quarterback to work with to help you look good, it's going to be Patrick Mahomes right now. So, I mean, honestly, this is your chance if you're Armstrong to put together something to make the coaches stand out and be like, okay, well, notice something with this guy. You got a connection with this guy.
And it's nice too. Like it's not just a small guy. This is a 6'3" guy.
Yeah, he's big bodied.
But like hearing from Cole and seeing stuff from Pete Sweeney and stuff like that, like we're seeing separation come from this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not just him being a big body catching like Brownlee last year. This is separation from the corners and getting open in space. So I'm hoping to see a strong outing next week during the game for Andrew Armstrong. So that's gonna be my call.
I'm curious about that too. There's a lot of names we haven't heard anything about. There's a lot of silence about guys like an Emmett Johnson. I haven't heard much about really.
Yeah.
And Brownlee, like what happened to Brownlee? Brownlee's gone. I mean,
Jeff Caldwell?
Jeff Caldwell. I haven't heard a word about Jeff Caldwell yet. Like I know they're working with the 3rd and 4th string, right? I understand that, but I haven't heard a word yet about what's going on with that in practice. So, and unfortunately, like I said, guys, this isn't going to be we're going to miss our first training camp in a very long time.
Since Alex Smith.
Yes, since
Alex Smith.
This is my first missed training camp, I think, since 2014.
Yeah, I think it is.
I might actually go by myself. I might just say screw it.
If you have time, do it, man. If you have time, do it. I wish the timing and everything just didn't work out this year with traveling and
it just hasn't
everything else, and it just we're lucky to be able to probably go to that game together.
Yeah.
With the three of us, that Saturday, August
I leave
15th
for
game.
Indiana and Michigan that next day. So,
Very next day.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you couldn't expect any more.
And so
time
we could only fit in one day basically with all of our travel schedules. So.
I might do it, man. Like I might go by myself. Training camp. It'd be pretty awesome.
All right. Some other stuff that I've picked up on so far throughout training camp is a little bit of surprise to me. I mean, we were seeing Khalil Benson at right tackle,
Yeah, baby.
getting full-time starting reps as the expected right tackle number one for this team over Jalen Moore. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a guy who's always sat back with Jalen Moore and been like, he's okay, he's good enough to be the right tackle. Obviously, the Chiefs are right now don't think the same thing as I did, because you're putting in an undrafted rookie, obviously the state or national champs, by the way, Indiana national champs, Khalil Benson, putting him in there. The Chiefs feel like they found another Trey Smith.
Dude,
I mean, that's what they feel like as a team.
Winning reps against Chris Jones and all these.
I've seen him get beat a couple times, but you're right. But you're right. But for an undrafted
today
guy,
was a little rougher for him. But
yeah, he's faced
yesterday. He had 5 reps in a row. Chris Jones, Karlaftis, Peter Woods, and somebody else, and he ended up winning all those.
Yeah, I saw that report as well, and I've seen some of his work at least a little bit. But no, I think that there's going to be, with a guy like his, obviously he's a rookie. You're going to have hits and misses throughout training camp. Some good days, some bad days every once in a while, and so on. But you might have something there at least. I mean, we've forgotten entirely about S.A. Pole.
He's been working in guard,
right? Well, they're trying to, because they still think there's something there with him.
Correct.
But they're also feeling like Benson is our right tackle.
Yes. No, I
that's what they feel. That's how they feel about him.
And quite frankly, to me, I don't care. You're paying Jalen Moore what, $15 million this year.
He's the 5th highest paid Chief on the roster.
If Benson's your guy, Benson's your guy.
Oh, I agree with that too. Play the best player. I don't care about the contract. Play the best player. And with second team offense, by the way, they put more over a left tackle. Is the way that they've been running things. So their expectation for Moore is to be able to be the swing tackle that can come in and play both sides if you're needed. All right. And so, man, if the Chiefs have something in Benson, we will find out. I also would fully expect growing pains if we plan on going into the season with him as the number 1 right tackle.
Yeah, I think Khalil Benson is going to be the starter, because I just don't trust Jalen Moore, and it's possible that is a bum contract. It's possible that Jalen Moore is a bum, and we need to throw that out there in the stratosphere. Because we don't know who the starter is at this position, and if I had to flip a coin here, I'm going to go with Khalil Benson, and I think he is going to be the starter.
But wasn't Jalen Moore a left tackle at San Francisco?
Yeah, he played some left tackle. He's played a little bit on the line throughout.
Yeah, so it's not necessarily a bum. It's a guy that's probably more familiar with the left tackle range.
But you're never available though.
He fit. He fit the 49ers really well. The scheme of the 49ers, he fit really well.
Yeah.
I don't think he doesn't fit this one well. I think it's just. I think they're scared about his pass protection.
Correct.
Is the problem with Jalen Moore? Is what the Chiefs are worried about is pass protection.
Whereas in San Francisco, you're blocking for C-Mac.
You're constantly run blocking all the time. It's a whole different scheme with
non-stop
blocking.
Translation: you might be a bum.
You're not a bum. You're not a bum.
You're
a second string guy on this team.
No, you're not a bum. But and who is a bum is probably Christian Fulton. As a guy who once again wasted all of last year. This year, once again, missing more time. We're trying to figure out who's going to be our cornerbacks this year, and we have L'Jarius Sneed back on the roster, which I'm happy about personally. And I originally said he needs to be playing at safety. The problem is our cornerback situation at the moment in training camp has been a little bit bleak. I mean, Mansour Delane is not able to play in full pads yet. He's got a shoulder injury he's been working through for the last 2 months. And it is still not fully healed enough to let him go full go. But he's close. I think he's close. Noah Williams, I think, is our, without a doubt, number 1 cornerback on this team.
Yeah.
But, you got Kennedy, the rookie. Nick is going to play nickel.
Kennedy, like you said.
Those guys are going to be nickels. But my point with Fulton is, with Fulton's, you don't have a spot in this roster anymore.
And Jaden Hicks has been, I've heard, irrelevant in this training camp. Just not.
Yeah, it's hard to say with the safeties, man. Safeties are oftentimes really hard to figure out when it comes to training camp situations, and it's early and it's hard to figure out who's standing out. All you can only look at is one-on-ones. And
that's tough.
I've seen Aloy Gilman quite a bit running around
Yep.
and involved in plays, but I don't know that he's going to be some kind of playmaker for this team necessarily. I don't think that's going to be the case. But no, I mean, Jaden Hicks, I still believe in him to be. At this point, he's a veteran on this team, so I believe in him to get some good reps and be a part of the defense without a doubt in some kind of way.
What do you guys do here? Like, let's say delay. Like, they're talking to him being out possibly a month still on his injury.
Maybe.
And, Christian Fulton hasn't really been relevant, injured. Like, is there a chance that we let Fulton go and Elam stays?
I don't know anything good about Elam right now.
I've not.
I mean, he's had a
anything.
hard time sticking around the league. I mean, he was a total bust with the Bills, bust with the Cowboys. Kyrie Elam injured Cyrus Allen, our best receiver in training camp to this point.
It was not.
No, I know.
Not a fault injury.
I know. I'm just saying, like, if you're Kyrie Elam, you're
It's
working an
it's
uphill
like
battle.
everybody's talking about George Karlaftis today hitting K9 and him. I was like, it's gonna happen.
That's different.
Guys.
That's different.
It's gonna happen.
No, but that's different. Kyrie Elam has sucked his whole career, and so you can't go out there and hurt our best receiver at the moment.
All these Chiefs fans on the site were like, oh, if Karlaftis hurts this guy, like he's gonna get all the noise. It's like, all right, let's calm down here.
No, it's part of working.
Football.
It's part of
It's
reps working in training camp. But no, my point with Elam is that you're asked about Elam, and I don't know that he's proven anything. Games will tell us more than
It is gonna tell
speculation. So
Yeah.
to me, I don't have anything to say about Kyrie Elam at the moment.
What do you got, Fulton, on Jason?
No, I mean, Elam has not proven anything, but Christian Fulton has actually proved less than Elam, in my opinion, because he's never done anything in a Chiefs uniform. Christian Fulton is a wasted contract, and we have no explanation as to why he is a wasted contract. And I would put this out there
Panicked.
in terms of Christian Fulton. Do you want to play football anymore? Because if you don't want to play football, then guess what? We've got L'Jarius Sneed. So we don't need you anymore, Christian Fulton. If you don't feel like you want to play football anymore, you just go away because you never did anything in terms of the Chiefs.
Yeah, the true reason Fulton is a wasted contract is because Veach panicked last year when it came time to signing free agents.
He did.
Time went by. He saw guys flying off the board. He panicked and he bought Christian Fulton, who was not worth the contract he was given. That is the absolute fact of the matter of that. I don't know. People are going to be like, "Oh, you're just a Veach hater." I just look.
No, it's a fact.
I'm wearing this draft hat right now.
You are.
Because I bought this NFL draft Chiefs hat this year because it was the first one I bought since 2022. This is the first draft class I've believed in fully since 2022. And I thought this class was going to be great. Did I have my doubts about Peter Woods? I did, 100%. So far in camp, all the things are positive. Peter Woods has been a standout in camp, as a matter of fact. But with that said, I believe in the fact that Veach did a great job this offseason with the draft and with a couple of the additions, I guess, in free agency that are just, to me, average get-by players like a Louis Gilman, for instance. And then Kyrus Tonga.
You really don't like Kyrus Tonga?
I don't dislike Kyrus Tonga. I don't think he was worth the contract he was given for a guy who does not have a pass rush ability at all.
Did we state that he had some kind of rushing?
He doesn't. I don't care what this analytic thing is. Just, I want production. What's the production? 0. You get 0. Okay, 0. He will be important in run-stopping situations. Tanner, when it's 3rd and 1, when it's the goal line, and they're inside the 5-yard line, I want Kyrus Tonga out there. I want him on those situations.
It just feels like you're just like really
Tanner,
like he's Derek Nunn or something.
I'm not. No, listen. What we paid him, I am not willing to just make him like he was our number 1 free agent addition. Tanner,
yeah,
he was our first one we signed.
Yes,
was him.
Yes,
first one.
He went after the
a run stopping D tackle that you paid some really good money towards. To me, that wasn't worth it. Like, we had that's only one dimensional. And I understand there's some analytics out there that want to say he's got some pass rush ability. If he gets half a sack this year, I'll be surprised.
All right.
That's what I'm going to put the line at. Over under 1/2 a sack for the whole freaking season for Kyrus Tonga. Okay.
We'll see what happens.
And part of that's because Peter Woods is going to get lots of playing time, and obviously Chris Jones, but Tonga is a run stopping D tackle, which he's going to be good at. He's good for run stopping. He's the Mike Pennell replacement. Okay. Is that good enough? Is that
I
fine?
feel like he's better than Mike Pennell.
No. Mike Pennell in his Chiefs prime was no. Tonga's not better than that. Not better than Mike Pennell.
I guess we're going to see towards the end of the year.
I think the whole point of this shit is that none of us on this set right now hate Brett Veach. Nobody hates Brett Veach, but we will call you out when you make mistakes. And there's nothing wrong with that. And he's made a lot of mistakes.
Right.
But it doesn't mean you're bad. Doesn't mean you're a bad GM, but we're going to call you out on your mistakes.
Yeah, he's definitely set us back at times. I think he's also had some good drafts as well. Unfortunately, his best draft class of all time is entirely gone, other than George. So, with that said, we still have the leftovers of Dorsey's best players on this roster. Chris Jones and Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes.
So he does need to prove. He's got a little bit to prove. Like, can we just leave it at that? He's got a little bit to prove.
He's great at drafting B+ players. I'm gonna give him B+ players all day long, baby. And then he's got some drafts where there's a bunch of Fs. So,
oh gosh.
But anyways, we'll save that for a different day. I believe this year he did a better job in the draft than years prior, without a doubt. And I've felt that way since the draft happened. So I don't want to sit here and back on the guy.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Tanner, anything else in the camp so far stood out to you?
I guess anything on the linebackers for you, Mike? I know Drew Tranquil got beat up today here. Haven't heard much from Bassa. Haven't heard good things. But McDonald has really shown out. Cochran, of course, being Cochran for the linebacker aspect. But I haven't really heard nothing big for the linebackers' sake.
Yeah, nothing emerging necessarily. I know today we saw some footage. I don't know if you saw this, Tanner, but Patrick Mahomes was kind of picking on Nick Bolton a little bit earlier today. And I think he was testing him, trying to improve Nick Bolton. And at one point, Patrick made a comment out loud where he threw a ball right at the back of Nick Bolton.
Oh, was that the end zone play?
Yeah, the end zone play.
Yeah.
He threw it right at the back of Nick Bolton. And he said, at some point, you got to look.
You got to look. Yeah.
At some point, you got to look. And his whole point was get your head around, look for the ball. Because Nick Bolton's whole career, he's done the same thing. What we just saw in that footage where his back's turned, he's just playing the tight end in the back of the end zone. If you can get your damn head around eventually one of these days, I mean, you can make a play on that ball and actually make an impact and get a turnover in a big situation. Nick Bolton's coverage ability is not great.
It has been.
He's always been a good downhill run stopper. We love him for that, right?
Yeah.
Sideline to sideline is a little slow, but he's also technically pretty sound. But when it comes to covering tight ends one-on-one, it ain't pretty.
No, it's never has been. Yeah.
I think Patrick was trying to challenge Nick to think of it differently. Stop doing this face guarding thing and start getting your head back around and maybe look for the ball every once in a while. And I think Patrick did it on purpose. People were out there going, oh, you got to throw it up higher to the tight end. And Patrick was doing this to make a point to get Nick to like, hey, I hit you in between the freaking numbers on the back of your jersey. If you turned your damn head around, that's a pick.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Don't be stupid. Come on. And that's the greatest part about Patrick Mahomes. He's not out there just like, oh, I got to look good for the coaches. He doesn't care anymore. He knows I need to get you better. I need to make you become a better player. And Nick has always been rough and pass defense. So, anyways, the other parts with the linebackers, I've heard great things about Drew Tranquil up until the point of the injury recently, but it's fine. He just needs some time off. I've heard Drew has had an outstanding training camp.
I've heard that too,
but I'm not surprised about that, man. Drew's a solid linebacker. We know what to expect out of the guy. I mean, Drew has been an awesome chief to have. I've loved having him as a chief. And then Bassa, of course, we definitely expect things out of Bassa, and I think he's going to be a good player.
McDonald too.
We'll
I think
see.
McDonald coming back from his injury. This was the guy that a lot of people were high on in preseason last year. Got hurt. I think he tore his ACL or something. It was something crazy. Injury that kicked him out for the whole year. So, but I've heard he's made a lot of impact.
Yeah,
it's training camp.
And then Andy Reid had some good things to say about Jack Cochran today, just about how basically he knows the entire defense and he's smart. And
the whole shebang.
He's a good LB4 is what I'm going to say about that.
What do you guys think about R. Mason Thomas in terms of coming off the edge? I just want to get your thoughts on that because I feel like he can bend at full speed and he can get to the quarterback, which is the only thing that I ever care about on the show is getting to the quarterback. And R. Mason Thomas seems to be the guy that can do that. So I just want to know your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I love that question because you brought up the right guy at the right time. Because to me, what we've seen so far in camp has all been positive with him, and there was some concerns about him being a little undersized to be playing a full-time outside D end. We saw some footage earlier today of him going one-on-one with Josh Simmons. I don't know if Tanner picked this up.
I did.
But he got up into his chest and he was pushing Josh Simmons back. And Josh Simmons is a great left tackle, I believe. But our Mason Thomas, man, he's got the right leverage. He's got the right, basically, arm length and kind of like it's working for the way he needs to be using his skill set as a DN. And
Correct.
I think there's some positive things there to work with, and speed speed combined with some power. And especially that initial burst off the edge is going to be important. And it's something the Chiefs don't have, or didn't have, I should say, until this point. And they finally got a guy who they can say, hey, it's third down. Go get that bastard. Go get that damn right. You know what I mean? So, beforehand, it was like, well, if you rush 4, you're not going to get home. You know what I mean? Nowadays, we might have a guy, if we rush 4, they can beat somebody on the outside and actually get to the quarterback, or at least create pressure, which is something we couldn't have happen at all.
I love it.
I think it's huge
love it.
too. Like we heard Karloftis talk about him the other day, that they've been working out since the draft. They've been draft together.
I bet.
Getting that push, getting that connection in, and he could be a guy, right? Felix, I think, is in the same boat too, of that aspect. So, like right now, Norman Lott's due back here, I believe, in a couple weeks to a month. Ashton Gelati's been on the outside of camp, but I mean, still, our Mason Thomas beating Benson, by the way, has been like he's been a guy.
He's been beating Benson, but also Josh Simmons a little bit in his face too. So
Could be a superstar.
I mean, that's something to
Maybe.
take into account.
Just
But
think about it.
I'll
Could be
tell
a
you.
superstar.
I'll tell you.
the great thing is the NASCAR package, which was famous for Spags back with the Giants, honestly, because you had some elite pass rushers back then with Strahan and Justin Tuck and some other guys. Our NASCAR package is weaker, obviously, but but you're going to have George, you're going to have probably Chris Jones, you're going to have R. Mason Thomas, and then like maybe you have a Gelati or whatever, but they're all going to be in different spots you wouldn't normally see them in on that kind of a package deal. So
Yeah, we got a few
it's
comments.
going to be better than it was before.
Yeah, we got a few comments here too. Dave out here says no one's beating Peter Woods. He also says watching vids of Armstrong seem to know where he needs to be on the field, which is big key.
Spacing, yeah.
Yep. Dave also says gotta love Simmons ragdoll in the Greek. I saw that the other day. That's pretty good. Fulton, seventh highest paid this season. Listen to that sucking around. And Goose is out here trying to troll here. Is Justin Fields the starter? Guys, can we be more impressed, though, on this transition here? Thanks, Goose. Appreciate you for mentioning this. Can we be more impressed that the pads came on and the brace came off, Patrick Mahomes?
I mean, all I can say is if you paid attention to anything in camp so far, is that his ball placement and accuracy look as great as ever. I mean, there's no concerns there. He's been running around like nothing's going, like nothing's
been
wrong.
an option. He's been keeping it. Like it literally looks like like there's nothing being held back.
I fully want and expect to have a brace on that knee, by the way, but he knows he's not getting touched right now. And but I will say, when it comes to his throwing in particular, and he did a 7-step drop today from under center, and the ball came out great. I mean, it's just one of those things where I want to see him continue to be able to do that and not have a problem. And he's been great so far. I mean, everything's been fluid with Patrick, and he looks as great as ever when it comes to passing. And I mean, gosh, what do you want me to say about the guy?
It's freaking awesome.
He's incredible.
I'll say something about him, and I want to hold him out for game 1 of the regular season.
Why? What is wrong?
Because every time I get into the media, they're just like, "Oh yeah, he's ready to go. He's ready to go, man. Just start him.
Nobody's saying that. What are you talking about?
The best thing that I have experienced in my whole life is a pissed off Patrick Mahomes. And the number one way that you can piss him off and just say, "Hey, man, you're not going to be starting week 1. We're going to hold you out, and we're going to start whatever that guy is from the Steelers. I don't even know his name.
Justin Fields.
Yeah, nobody.
With the
That's
Jets
the problem,
last year.
man. If I don't know his name, like Justin Fields, like who cares? But the best way that you could motivate Patrick Mahomes is to say, hey, man, you got your brace on. We're just going to hold you out for week 1. Then you can do whatever you want the rest of the season. I want, as a Chiefs fan, to have a pissed off Patrick Mahomes. Okay? And the only way you can have a pissed off Patrick Mahomes is to hold him out for week 1. And that might be the recipe for having a great season for the Chiefs. Maybe even they might win the Super Bowl, man, because they need to piss him off. Because this guy, man, I've got his mentality, right? I've got the same mentality as Patrick Mahomes, man. I don't need people telling me I need to sit out games and all this and that. Rest your knee. Whatever you got to do, bro. Like that's the best thing you could do for him. Is just hold him out.
Jason, who are we facing week 1?
Doesn't matter. He doesn't care. Patrick Mahomes doesn't care, bro.
Where are we playing week 1?
Patrick Mahomes does not care. He is going to be on the field versus a junior varsity girls team. You are not going to hold him out of a game.
Mike, who are we facing week 1?
For his whole life.
Playing the Broncos.
And where?
In Arrowhead.
Yeah.
And you're going to hold him out.
Hold him out. Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Piss him off. Because the best version of Patrick Mahomes that I've ever seen in my life is a pissed off Patrick Mahomes. So I'm going to piss him off, hold him out just for 1 game. And then, honest to God, like the Chiefs don't have the balls to do anything. And Andy Reid doesn't have the balls to do that. I mean, Patrick Mahomes can do whatever he wants. So the thing that I'm telling you right now is a fantasy world, right? That's never going to happen. But that's what I would do if I was the coach of the Chiefs.
Go follow Goose. He's on X there. It's at Goose. He's one of my favorite trollers, Green Bay fan. Really realistic up there. So
how about follow Goose? What is his
Goose? Goose.
Oh, just Goose?
Go find Goose.
I'll follow him right now.
He's freaking good shit.
On the Twitter. Huh?
It's good stuff.
All right.
Hunter, Tan, are you going to do a fantasy mock draft this year? I am. I'm debating if I'm going to do it this Friday or Saturday night. I don't know which one yet. So
he might be smashed when he does it.
Actually, I will probably have a bottle.
I'll
probably have some whiskey with me. Yes, that's probably true, Jason. I don't know about smashed, but
no, non-alcoholic beers.
No, not by far. But yeah, Hunter, stay tuned. Hit the bell. If I go, it'll either be Friday or Saturday night. I just don't know which night yet. But I do plan on doing something. Trying to do something this week. So, again, fantasy football after dark is making a comeback. So,
you guys didn't say anything about Jalen Royals.
There's not much to say, man. The guy hasn't been impressive. There's not much to say.
Is he an NFL player?
He's an NFL player. I don't know if he's still in the doghouse or what.
I don't know that. I don't know if he's an NFL player.
Let's give it some more time, and we got some games coming up.
We do.
Some real
we got to
games,
see where he fits in. Like we didn't see a lot.
There's some time to go for some of these players. We need to be a little more patient on, but Jalen Royals has to make his mark and obviously stand out because he had a chance last year to come in and make an impact, and he didn't do anything or wasn't allowed to do anything. I think the coaches felt that low about him. And so if the coaches feel that low about you, well, then Brett Veach messed up by drafting to begin with. But I think that everyone should be given a chance. Like he should prove it on the field.
You should.
And could also suck.
He might suck. He might suck.
You could also suck and be a non-NFL player.
But quite frankly, Jason, I was talking about this with my coworkers today. We were talking Chiefs, and you can legit see a scenario come cut week between Jalen Royals, Andrew Armstrong, and Jeff Caldwell. I guarantee you there could be that kind of cut scenario.
I want to see something out of Jeff Caldwell and some game time, action.
I'm in hope.
So we'll see if anything comes about. He was always just kind of a hope and prayer, kind of a prospect, and we'll see if he figures it out, kind of thing. But we'll see. We'll see what comes of it. But we're like, what are we 10 days into this thing? Let's chill out a little bit.
Pump the brakes, bro. Pump the brakes.
And see what comes of this, because we have good days and bad days, and I saw Noah Gray have a really bad day 2 days ago, and then a great day, and then a great day today. And so some players, just not always going to be there. Noah Gray, in a lot of ways, is fighting for his longevity in the NFL.
Jared Wiley's got early camp before the pads. He had some good days too. And
Yeah.
by the way, you talked about Emmett Johnson. I know we're almost past here, but Emmett Johnson, I've seen a lot of good stuff come from him. And I've seen Kenneth Walker work with him as well. There's a lot of positivity that comes from Emmett Johnson and Brashard Smith and Amari Demercado. So, like, I am seeing stuff that I think we got a chance on.
Yeah, those are going to be in-game guys. We could see things. Obviously, you guys know how much I love Emmett Johnson as a player, but those are going to be in-game guys that I think that are going to make more of an impact. Who stands out in actual game time? I want to see a Victor Cruz emerge from the Chiefs somehow.
Salsa dance.
Well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean by Victor Cruz. You know, I want to see one of those players that just emerges all of a sudden and just takes it over, and all of a sudden you're a superstar.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, so anyways, enjoying the day by day, keeping up with everything, and as much as we can. Wish we could get there, but we'll have to make it happen next year. And this year is just the one year. Yeah, we'll be there on the 15th, and getting to see everything up close. I know Tanner and I will be down on lower level, so we'll get to see.
JG will be there.
action.
We're going to do a tailgate beforehand, so it'll be a good time.
And you have a family member who's going to be on the field, I believe. So.
Oh yeah, for preseason. Yeah, we gotta keep that on the down low, man.
Oh, okay, all right.
We don't talk about family members on this show, man.
Okay, just wanted to double check.
Nope. Yeah, because then there's money involved. I don't want to talk about the money. I don't want to talk about contracts and 3-year, 4-year, 5-year contracts in terms of Chiefs cheerleaders and Chiefs players and all this stuff. But yeah, I do have a family member. Second time in my life, actually, that I've had a family member in the NFL. So
we'll try to be there to support them.
Yeah, thank you for that. I appreciate that.
All right,
it's time for fantasy.
Yeah, let's jump over to fantasy. All right. So, fantasy topic for the day, anyway. We're going to talk some rookies for a few minutes. And our draft in particular is coming up in 3.5 weeks, something along those lines. I don't even remember now. But most of your guys' drafts are coming up in 3 weeks regardless. So,
I'm already in a bunch of best balls right now.
Tanner loves the best ball stuff and all that. And best ball, Tanner, I think it's bad for rookies. Best balls and rookies don't really go along very well, usually. It's meant for 1 year, and it's not really meant for the deep.
It's not a dynasty or
deep thing.
Best ball,
and you expect it's best ball, so every week you have to have the most points, right?
Yeah, in the position. That's why you draft.
Right, which most years that means rookies are inconsistent, so you don't want them.
Yeah.
All right.
Ain't worried about rookies.
Anyways, Tanner, I want you to go ahead and lead us a little bit off with the fantasy rookie segment here.
All right, so this segment here, guys, we talked the first time we talked about who is your most definite draft, and then the last show was who are you not going to draft ever, kind of thing. This week here, we're going to talk about rookies, and we each have one position. We have a running back, one's talking about receiver, one's talking tight ends. I'm sure you can guess who's the tight ends at this point here.
Yeah,
it's always left for the best. But
Tanner loves his tight ends.
But basically, we're going to give you guys 2 guys each here of tight ends to watch for in each position because it is, tight ends, rookies to watch for, and we want you to see and know who to possibly look at in his position. So, Mike, I'll let you kick it off here. You have running backs. No, you have wide receiver.
No, I got running backs.
So Mike has running backs. Shut up.
Bro, wake up.
Mike has running backs. Mike has 2 running back rookies here that he wants. He will share of who you could possibly look at this year.
Yeah, I mean, my number one guy, honestly, when it comes to value, because when I look at this list, I'm not going to sit here and just tell you guys take Jeremiah Love. Obviously, yes, he's going to get the volume.
Should I take that guy?
Well, Jeremiah Love's going to get the volume. I mean, you're going to get some touches and so on, right? So. 3rd overall pick out of Notre Dame and all that. I mean, I love Jeremiah Love. I think Jeremiah Love is going to be a great running back in this league.
I've taken him a few Yeah.
I think there's some better opportunities for other running backs that went later in the draft. They're going to be more impactful for fantasy's sake. My first one was his old teammate, actually, Jadarian Price.
Yes.
He went to Seattle.
That's what-
This makes a lot of sense about why he would be actually highly involved in this offense from the get-go. He's replacing Kenneth Walker, you guys, and Zach Charbonnet, not to be confused with the wine, the white wine. So he actually is recovering from a January ACL tear. I don't know why.
Cabernet. Hey, just say it out loud. Cabernet.
Charbonnet.
Cabernet wine. Stop drinking wine so much.
No, but anyways, he recovered from a torn ACL back in January, and that's why Kenneth Walker got the full workload in the playoffs and in the Super Bowl and so on. And Price, man, is a phenomenal athlete as well. I mean, he was the number 2 that Jeremiah Love, but also is a kind of a bruiser in some ways. I mean, the guy can take the workload, and I think he's going to be a guy that they rely on quite a bit. His over-under rushing yards of this season, if you go to DraftKings, 724.5 is his over-under.
I love that.
That's a high expectation
That's
for a
very
rookie,
high.
which, by the way, was taken at the end of the first round. So a first-round running back coming in to replace Kenneth Walker in the backfield with a running back coming off a torn ACL. All the signs point to Jadarian Price getting a high workload and a great offense, by the way, and is going to be probably touchdown heavy, if I had to guess.
I love that. I love that you said it. I was hoping you would say here. We look at Price here coming in, right? Charbonnet. We don't exactly know where he's going to be anyway, strength-wise when he comes back. Alani George, we saw there. Emmanuel Wilson come from Green Bay. There are options out here, but Jadarian Price is going to be the guy. And he's going to lead the way. Even if Zach Charbonnet comes back and they do their split backfield thing, there's good potential that guy goes over his rushing yards.
Yeah, the idea is that he's going to be an RB2, a low-end RB2 on most of your situations for fantasy, but with some good upside as well. So I think you don't want him to be your RB1, but if he is your RB3, that's great. If he's your low-end RB2, that makes sense. But expect, him to get a full workload in a lot of games. I think the guy's going to get 15 touches a game, roughly somewhere around that range, and especially depending on how Zach Charbonnet comes back from his injury. So that's how I feel about that one. Next one, way deeper down the list. I know this is going to sound a little weird, but I like Mike Washington Jr. for the Vegas Raiders to be my guy. That's a deep running back grab who is going to be your most likely direct RB2 in that situation. Now, obviously, they got their main man. They got their main man. It's going to get probably 300 and something carries this year. But Mike Washington is big-bodied, probably going to be a guy that you want to use on the goal line, probably going to be kind of a thief at times there. I think he's coming in at like 6'2", 220 pounds, 230 pounds, something like that. More of your straight line running back. He's going to be mainly a guy that's on the ground, not so much receptions. But, Ashton Jeanty is going to need some breathers every once in a while. And it's going to be a big 1-2 punch between those guys. It's a whole different dynamic. You got Jeanty, who is much smaller as a running back, much more your compact build. And then you got the big guy who runs a 4.3 and is a big-bodied running back, who I think is going to be great at those, goal line situations. And I like him to be a late round kind of a flyer.
Yeah,
put it that way.
I agree. And you could probably, at most drafts, probably get him undrafted and stash him.
Probably. That's probably how it's going to roll for most leagues.
Yeah.
In our league, he's going to get drafted, I think.
He is going to get drafted.
But in most leagues, he probably will go undrafted. But the reason I'm throwing this guy out there is because the value upside is really, really high.
Just think of it too, right? A guy that you want to grab to stash, even if you have a great running back room already and you have room to stash, this is a guy's stash. Outside of Jeanty and Washington Jr., you have Dylan Labe and Roman Hemby. That's it on the roster.
Yeah,
running backs.
And those guys are bums compared to what we're talking about.
Yeah, like you're looking at really upside, looking for a team that's trying to be more agile, be younger. I love this running back team. I like those two running backs. So
yeah, I would almost want to say talk about Emmett Johnson, but at the same time, we don't have proof right now that Emery DeMarcado is not the number 2.
There's still too much to be proven.
If Emmett Johnson can't pass protect, then DeMarcado is going to be the RB2.
Yeah.
For a while until Emmett Johnson can figure that part out. And so that's why I don't want to say Emmett Johnson or talk about him yet. Because first of all, Kenneth Walker is going to be getting a fair workload, man. I think Kenneth Walker gets, if he's healthy all year, probably 290 to 280 carries, somewhere in that range.
I think Washington Jr. too. They have Connor Hayward there from Pittsburgh as a fullback. So you also got another big tight end guy right there in front of you to just run it up the gut, baby. Run it up the gut. So JG out here has wide receivers, 2 rookie wide receivers. JG, what you got?
We are going to start off with Makai Lemon. So unless you guys haven't heard, there are a lot of vacated targets in Philly right now with AJ Brown gone. And so the Philadelphia Eagles, they're not gonna run the ball a lot, but Makai Lemon is a great pick here in fantasy. At an ADP of 95 on Fantasy Pros, I feel like there's very little risk for him. And I'm going to take a shot. I'm going to take a shot on Makai Lemon here. He's got the 6th easiest schedule for wide receivers. I like what he did in the slot at USC. And I think I'm going to take a shot on him, Makai Lemon.
I don't hate it. I don't hate Lemon there. The only caution I want to throw out there for Lemon too is there's a bunch of vets that they did gain around him. Dontavian Wicks from Green Bay, a quick guy, the guy that we saw very effective in Green Bay when Christian Watson and Jayden Reed went down. And then Hollywood Brown, Elijah Moore are both there too. So there's a lot of vets there. But at the same time, you lost a big body of A.J. Brown, a big target of A.J. Brown. And Devontae Smith, we've seen him what he was before A.J. Brown. He's going to be the number 1. I think Makai Lemon there in the slot is a great fit.
Lemon's much more of a complete player than any of the other 3 guys you mentioned.
Yeah.
We've experienced Hollywood Brown for a couple of years. We know what that's all about.
Yeah.
And Makai Lemon's definitely more well-rounded as a player.
Wicks is more of an outside guy. Makai Lemon's
more of a bigger body outside guy, kind of a threat. But Lemon can do a little bit of everything, and I think he's going to be a good fit for any offense. And he wasn't. What's funny enough is to me going to the Eagles was actually not a place I really liked him to go to, but he's still going to be productive regardless, and he'll be a fine player.
Yeah, you did not want it, but he's a guy that I'm going to draft. Like I want to draft him at his current.
You get good value. I'm in for it, man.
Yeah. So the second guy I want to talk about is Jordan Tyson on the Saints. He's got an ADP of 85 on Fantasy Pros. He's going to have a starting role opposite Chris Olave, and I think he's going to have a heavy volume in Kellen Moore's system. And he's got a lot of weapons. So I think this is a situation where you've got a lot of weapons in New Orleans. You've got Travis Etienne over there. You're going to get plenty of opportunities with defenses who are going to be focused on taking away Olave and Etienne. But I think the injury history is going to scare some people away with the ACL tear and the hamstring issue. But so this is a guy with Jordan Tyson. I like him, but I'm not gonna draft him at his current ADP. I'm gonna take him maybe later into the 100s. So I'm not gonna take him at 85 as ADP, but maybe in the 105s, the 110s, something like that.
So Tyson's a guy I wouldn't say high on, but I'm fairly comfortable with where he's sitting at right now. You got Olave who just got the extension. You don't have Shaheed anymore. He's in Seattle. Right. Vele is your next best bet outside of that. You drafted 2 other guys in this draft here with Bryce Lance and Berrien Brown in the 4th and 6th. Mason Timpton's right there. You don't really have anybody else. Maybe Trey Palmer from Tampa Bay last year.
Right. So the main concern is quarterback ability from Tyler Show.
Hey, that's the best quarterback out of that draft.
And Tyler Show,
Chuck.
My apologies. You're right. Tyler Shuck. Even though
nobody knows how to pronounce
just like Travis.
No, nobody has a clue.
Just like Travis.
The reason I say this, Tyler Show, because even me as a Texas Tech fan who watched him play for us for 1 year, I watched him and I always called him Tyler Show. First of all, it's a cooler name. If your last name was Show, I mean, you could say welcome to the show, right? And so Tyler Shuck was always weird for me because the entire time he was a Texas Tech Red Raider for 1 year, I would call him Tyler Show. But what I realized, what I thought during the time was he was a show off because he was trying to show off his arm all the time. But it would get him in a lot of trouble in Texas Tech, and he was also making a lot of mistakes with the ball and forcing passes. Basically, there was always the big arm, but he was forcing passes that didn't need to be forced. And obviously, last year was a rookie with the Saints. He's doing something right. He improved from what Texas Tech was going on, and I saw him improve because what Texas Tech was showing me was scary.
Even his combine was.
He was Jay Cutler at Texas Tech, is what I'll say.
You said Tyler Shuck, which actually rhymes with.
Oh, no. Well, Tanner, no. The real.
Somebody said Tyler.
Look, I always called
I'm
him.
not going to say that word on this show, man.
I always called him
I'm
Tyler
innocent.
Show because to me, the G and the H for some reason was a W.
But it is.
But so
In most spots.
I know. And so
Somebody said
the whole
Shuck.
time he was at Texas Tech, I
Tyler
called him
Shuck.
Tyler Show. So once he got to the NFL and everyone called him Tyler Shuck, I couldn't get down with that. And so I just kept calling him Show. Anyways, that's why I said that.
Yeah. So I'm comfortable with Tyson where he's at. But the thing to be aware of too on this one here is Travis Chain and Calvin Kamara. They're gonna still turn.
What?
Alvin
Calvin Kamara?
Alvin Kamara.
That never happened on this
The
show.
whole Tyler
that
Show,
was real weird.
What he
Travis
said.
Chain.
Giannis
The whole point
Antetokounmpo.
about
Look, I like Jordan Tyson here. I think he has plenty of opportunity to be have the
Hell.
upside here. So I like that.
Yeah, I like Jordan
Too
Tyson
high.
as well. I like
Too
him.
high.
I like him.
I'm going to sell.
By the way, Olave's got an injury history just like Jordan Tyson does. So
That's great.
That he does.
That's great. I'm
That
gonna
he
sell.
does.
I'm going to sell.
I like the idea. I think they're gonna be throwing the ball a lot. Tyler
Well, that's
Shuck.
obvious.
Tyler Shuck is gonna be throwing the ball a lot.
That's obvious, but the Shuck rhymes with. That's
I don't
the
know.
problem.
I'm not
That's the
even-
problem I have with
We
that.
don't need to repeat it.
I don't know. I don't know what
I
to
have
tell
a
you.
problem with that, man.
All right.
I don't want to talk about it.
I wish I could say
Tyler
don't know.
Shuck, Tyler Shuck rhymes with.
suck up. Does that rhyme? That doesn't rhyme.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Every
doesn't.
once in a while.
Oh Lord. All right.
Watch your mouth.
So-
man. Watch your mouth.
I messed up.
All right. So I had tight ends, of course, for this here for the
Of
rookies.
course, because you suck. Like Tyler Shuck. You suck.
So I'm not going to talk about Sadiq here for the Jets. I think Sadiq is draft worthy here. I think there's plenty of opportunity there for any Jet. You never know what you're going to hit there. But if we look here, two other guys I do like here for potential, and none of these guys are going to be drafted in the top 100. Like you're talking about, like possibly a late guy, if not.
Tight ends always take a while.
It really does.
Tight ends take a while.
There is nobody else outside Sadiq that's truly draft worthy that you're going to take. But we're going to go Eli Stowers, Philadelphia there. ADP right now is about 244.
I like that. Great receiving option.
I do.
Tight end from Purdue.
Purdue. Yep. So Johnny Munt's the only guy in front of him right now from Jacksonville. And quite frankly, to me, I think Stowers is probably better than him athletic wise.
Well, he's a little bit undersized, but he's a great receiving tight
But
end.
he's a great receiving
For
type.
fantasy, that's all you care about.
And he can block. So, like, I think good stash to have in case Garrett goes down. It's a guy I'll be looking at for sure. And the other guy here, I actually do like this guy. And I'm telling all these guys about draft seekers as we get closer to our draft. It's fine.
He's
But
far enough out.
Eli Raridon.
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 It's pronounced Raridon.
Raridon. It's like a Pokemon.
Eli Raridon.
Third rounder for the Patriots this year here. There's nobody else behind Hunter Henry. There's nobody else. And
He's getting up there in age too. Hunter
he's
Henry.
31.
It feels like he's been around longer than that.
It does,
Jeez. Hunter
doesn't
Henry's
it?
been around forever. Jeez.
So 31 contract year for Hunter Henry as well. So, I mean, there's a chance here that Raridon does get targets here because there's nobody else behind him. You got a 6'6 guy who runs a
Hunter Henry.
4.62 40.
He's a guy, Tanner, we talked about, by the way, many months ago. We had our tight end expert on the show, and he was one of the guys that I brought up. He brought up his guy. I brought up Eli Raridon. It was a 9 point.
Is that Rios? Uncle Rios?
Yeah, but it was like a 9.9 RAS score, relative athletic score for Raridon.
So Raridon is one of my guys I am looking at this year. I know you got AJ Brown,
upside.
you got Dubs, you got Douglas there, but quite frankly, to me, Jake May does enjoy the tight ends here. I think they can make stuff work, especially with a big body of 6'6", runs a 4.62 40.
Yeah,
he did have 0 college touchdowns,
right. Yep.
but who cares? You're in the NFL now, and you get a real quarterback throwing to you.
Stuff's different once you get to the league. I mean,
So,
yeah,
those are 2 guys I have. I do want to be aware of 2. There's Max Clare. I did pull up rookie for the Rams. That's a guy if you have a deep roster, just stash him somewhere. You don't know what's going to happen with Parkinson or anybody else there. So, Higbee, Parkinson, Ferguson, I would just keep Clare on the stash and roll with it.
Third Ferguson, yeah.
Yeah, I like Max Clare.
Good
I do like Max Clare. So
I think it's potential upside. I just think it's just too deep.
the problem with tight end when it comes to rookies is that tight end is such a unique, versatile position that it takes a lot of time to get dialed in.
And sometimes
to fit in your rhythm within the offense, it takes time.
Sometimes they suck.
Yeah, well, my point with saying what I just said is that running backs, I've always said this, are an instinctive position. Is the reason why you can plug and play a great running back, and he's a rookie year going to have a big number. You know, our Eric Dickersons, our Adrian Petersons, you know, some of the great running backs of our era have always rookie year come in and right away put up a great number rookie year, right? Obviously, year 2 and 3, they improve. But for tight ends in particular, it is really, really hard to find tight ends that come in right away and are super productive.
Yeah.
You're going to get average at best production. Travis Kelce, what he did in year 2 is rare as hell with Alex Smith, where he went up and put up 850 yards receiving and 5 touchdowns and 70 catches, right? That was his first year playing, by the way.
Correct.
Because he didn't play his rookie year. And so that is so rare. But also part of it is it's not his rookie season. It actually wasn't his actual rookie season that he put up his numbers. It was his second year in the league coming off of an injury where he missed his entire rookie year. And so to ever find a tight end that comes in and just walks in and puts up 1,000 yards, if you ever see that ever, that's going to be crazy. Like Kyle Pitts, what he did his rookie year is probably the closest you'll find. But then after that, it was all downhill for some reason until, we'll see. But
see what happens. But
still.
Yeah, tight end was just a hard one to find. But I do like that Pats guy.
Yeah, no, I like both of those guys, and I think Eli is going to be a interesting one to watch develop. And man, that reminds me, we got our first game tomorrow, and Panthers and Cardinals. And I know normally you see that on the schedule, you go, God, that sucks. What a shitty game.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett versus Carson.
It actually is pretty shitty.
But the great thing is we're not watching it for a great game. We're watching to watch prospects. Yeah. Watching prospects in the Hall of Fame game tomorrow night. Jeremiah Love might get a few touches.
Nope, he's out.
Oh, is he out already?
Yeah, nobody cares about it.
Already ruled him out.
All right.
It's Carson Beck versus Kenny Pickett at quarterback.
Carson Beck. Oh, God, that guy's terrible.
Ooh,
apparently
Kenny Pickett?
Apparently he's blowing up a freaking
Kenny Pickett?
Carson Beck is terrible.
He is.
Oh, boy.
Kenny Pickett.
Either way, I am
man.
excited to watch some crappy football tomorrow. I am so pumped.
Jason.
Crappy football sounds awesome.
Pickett is amazing.
Jason, you got 1 minute. Can you do it?
For that guy, yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Here we go.
5 minutes.
JG guarantee.
All right, boys and girls, we're going to talk about the NBA right now because, as you know, as I have told you multiple times on this show, I am a Spurs fan, and I root for the Western Conference in the NBA. I also root for the second best team in the NBA, which is the Oklahoma City Thunder. So, as a Spurs fan and Oklahoma City team that is really, really good, and they're my second favorite team in the Western Conference. I've been a Western Conference fan since Michael Jordan, man. And Michael Jordan, on his second retirement in 1998, He exited the league, and I love the Western Conference. And the Heat beat the Spurs in 2013. But what I want to talk to you right now is like the Spurs are like the best team in the Western Conference. But now that we have the Eastern Conference with the Philadelphia 76ers with LeBron James, nobody cares about the West. And I'm going to tell you one thing right now. As a Spurs fan, as a Western Conference fan, the Philadelphia 76ers are going to win the East. That is my JG guarantee. You can take it to the bank. Although the New York Knicks just beat my Spurs, which doesn't happen very often. The Spurs, when they make it to the finals, they don't lose very often, but they just lost last year to the New York Knicks. And that is an amazing team. And I love that team. The New York Knicks are awesome. The only thing I have with the New York Knicks is that Mitchell Robinson got released and he signed as a free agent with the Boston Celtics. And the reason why I have a problem with that is because Mitchell Robinson, he's a shot blocker. He is a rim protector. And now all of a sudden, the New York Knicks don't have that same rim protection that they had before. And so now that Mitchell Robinson is gone, and now you have Andre Drummond, which I would basically say, I'm going to call him Old Man Drummond. Old Man Drummond is like 33 years old. I think the last time I checked, he's 33 years old. Nobody cares about Andre Drummond. The Knicks are going to have some difficulties. And although I like the Eastern Conference right now, which I've never really liked in my whole entire life, the Knicks are going to have some problems here. So my guarantee to you boys and girls right now is that although I respect the Knicks, I love the Knicks, bro. I love the New York Knicks because they destroyed my Spurs in the finals. Although the Spurs were young, okay, that's neither here nor there. I respect the Knicks because they beat my Spurs. The New York Knicks are not going to win the Eastern Conference, bro. Not going to happen. We haven't had a repeat champion in what has it been, Tanner? 9 years, 8 years, 10 years?
I was going to say 10.
When's the last time you had a repeat champion? And the reason why you're not going to have a repeat champion this year, not going to be because of the Spurs, not going to be because of the Oklahoma City Thunder, although those two teams will be relevant. It's going to be because of LeBron James. LeBron James is the only thing that matters right now in the Eastern Conference. And as good as you think Jalen Brunson is, and he is, Jalen Brunson is everything that you think he is. Okay. I'm never going to short sell Jalen Brunson. He is everything that you think he is and more. He's going to lose in the Eastern Conference Finals next year to LeBron James, VJ Edgecombe, and Joel Embiid and Jaylen Brown. That roster is just too good, bro. It's way too good. And I hate, as a Spurs fan, I freaking hate the Eastern Conference. I can't tell you how much I hate them now because I just got my ass kicked as a Spurs fan to the New York Knicks. I hate the Eastern Conference. I'm going to tell you right now, as much as I respect those Knicks, not going to do it again, bro. Not going to do it again because you know why? The NBA has a narrative. And the NBA narrative is that LeBron James can defend. He can play offense. That entire roster on the Philadelphia 76ers, they can defend. They can play offense. LeBron James is the point guard. When you have LeBron James, one of the greatest players of all time, he might be the GOAT, man. And he said he's got something to prove for me right now. He could be the GOAT. I'm not going to give them to him right now, but the number one thing that you could do if you're trying to prove your case as the NBA GOAT, as LeBron James, is just, you know what, bro? You've played 22, 24 years in the NBA. Just run the point for this freaking team with Joel Embiid, BJ Edgecombe, Jaylen Brown, Tyrese Maxey. If you can get a championship, then what does Michael Jordan have on you? Probably not a whole lot. I mean, you guys know I'm a Michael Jordan fan, but if LeBron James could win a championship with his team, it's not going to happen. If you look back on the history, his first year with the Cavs, and the second stint on the Cavs. So he did make it to the finals with his second stint on the Cavs, and he lost. He made it to the NBA Finals in his first stint with the Miami Heat, and he lost with the Miami Heat. And so he's probably going to lose the finals this year. Now, I'm telling you guys right now, he's going to lose the finals. But I promise you this, he will win the Eastern Conference. I don't care if you believe in the narrative. I don't care if you believe in the Eastern Conference is being crappy, which they are. The East is weaker than you think they are. LeBron James is going to win the East, and that is the JG guarantee. He will lose, as he did in 2012, his first year with the Heat. He got his ass kicked by the Mavericks, and his first year, I think in the he got beat by the Mavericks. He got beat by, I think in the Lakers year, he got destroyed. His first year with the Lakers, he got obliterated. But I can promise you this, he will win the East. This is going to happen. The JG guarantee, he will win the Eastern Conference this year. The Knicks, they're done, man. They lost Mitchell Robinson to the Celtics, and everybody thinks that, well, we got Andre Drummond. Dude, he's like 33 years old. Nobody cares, okay? Like, get your minds off. You guys that want to bet on this stuff, okay? Because you guys know that the JG, I don't like to gamble. I don't believe in gambling. Like, honest to God, I hate gambling, man. I hate gambling. It sucks. I got my ass kicked. I don't know how many times. I am a professional, but when I bet on sports, I get my ass kicked, okay? So when you lose a guy like Mitchell Robinson to the Celtics, just give up, bro. Like, I love Jalen Brunson, right? Jalen Brunson is one of the greatest players of my lifetime, okay? I'll give him credit for that, okay? Just sell. I'm selling the Knicks. Guys, just give up. Okay. I know that when you're looking at your freaking, you guys look at your freaking plus minuses on these betting apps and all that BS. I know that the Knicks, you look at the Knicks. Go to your betting apps right now, bro. Go to your betting apps. The Knicks are a better bet to win the East versus LeBron James. And, you guys know that I love LeBron James. Like, he is the greatest player of all, man. He's better than Jordan, man. He's better than Jordan. I'm going to tell you this right now. He's better than Jordan. But look at your betting apps right now. The Knicks are favored to win the East. Okay? Don't be an idiot. Okay? Don't be an idiot and buy that BS. Okay? Because I'm giving you the JG guarantee right now is that the Sixers, although it's kind of a minor dog, bro. It's a minor dog versus the Knicks because everybody respects the Knicks. Bro, they beat my Spurs, okay? I respect the Knicks more than anybody in the entire freaking world. They're going to lose to LeBron James in the East, okay? So just I've got a lot more things that I want to say about this, bro. But LeBron James is not going to lose the Eastern Conference next year. That is the JG guarantee. You can
There we
take
go.
it to the freaking bank right now.
There we go.
I don't care. I love the Knicks. I love the Knicks. I respect them. They destroyed my freaking Spurs. You heard it here first. They destroyed my they destroyed my Spurs. Okay? I should hate them. But I actually love them. But they're just not as good. They're not as good. The Sixers have the best roster right now in the East, bro. So you can take that to the bank. You got LeBron James, VJ Edgecombe, Joel Embiid, and Jaylen Brown. What are you guys going to do with that? You think the Knicks are going to beat that team? No, not going to happen, bro. It's over. So JG guarantee right here, right now. The Sixers, they're not going to win the East. They've already won the East. It's already happened. Just take it to the bank. I'm going to go to the bank tomorrow. I actually need to get some money out of the bank tomorrow, man, because I've been doing a lot of gambling on this show in recent days, and it's just I like to gamble, man, but I had to stop. My wife told me to stop gambling the other day, and I just said quit, man. But if you're going to gamble, and I hate gambling, guys, you guys know how much I hate gambling. Gambling it's the stupidest thing you could ever do in your life. But if you are going to gamble, you will take the Philadelphia 76ers to the bank. I promise you. You guys are gonna laugh. You guys are gonna laugh so hard after this show. You won't be able to see straight. But guess what's gonna happen? 1 year from now, when the Philadelphia 76ers play the Spurs or the Thunder in the championship, you guys are gonna be like, "Whoa, why didn't I listen to the JG? He told me, he promised me that the Philadelphia 76ers were going to destroy the Eastern Conference. He promised me that, and I didn't believe him because I thought he was actually the R word. I can't say that word on this show.
Really? What do you
I
do?
thought the JG was the R word, so I did not listen to him, and then it happened. It happened. So I don't want to see that happen to you guys. So the bottom line is like, if you listen to me, which I know you're going to listen to me every time you do, just bet on the Sixers to win the East. I'm going to make it easy for you guys. I'm not trying to lie to you. I would never lie to you guys on this show. Bet on the Sixers because LeBron James is freaking better than you think he is at age 42 or 45 or age 50. I don't care if he's 60 years old. LeBron James is pretty freaking awesome.
That was an awesome story, man. That was a great story. I'm glad you got it out of your system. I had some other things I was going to say, but I think you covered it. So I don't think I want to say anything else, honestly. So anyways, Taylor, go ahead. What's
We
going
have
on?
breaking news.
Oh, God. What do we have now?
Per Shams, Lonnie Walker IV has agreed to a 1 year, $3.3 million deal with the Denver Nuggets. This guy hasn't played in the NBA since 2024-25. He was playing in the EuroLeague with Maccabi Tel Aviv. So he is now enters his 8th season in the leagues there with the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, this show sucks, man. You keep talking about NBA bullshit that does not matter. You talked about fucking the Suns signing some Dylan
I will
Brooks.
tell you one thing right now, man.
God damn, what a
Guy
dumb-
over here, he likes to talk about the NFL and all this BS. The NBA always matters. Like, I can't say that for the WNBA.
No one gives a shit about Dylan Brooks or Lonnie Walker,
I
whoever
can't-
the hell that is.
Dude, he's my Spurs guy, man. I have to stick up for him.
Hey,
You might talk a lot of BS.
No
about
one
the
gives a
WNBA.
crap about that.
The WNBA is another thing, but the NBA always matters. It's 24/7,
Good Lord.
365. The WNBA is
Mark.
It's pretty bad right
Mark,
now. Like, you got some things going on.
Mark
there.
SRT Wolf, new commentator for us here. Mark, welcome in. Appreciate
I'm sorry, Mark.
you joining during the
You happened to
JG.
walk into a shit show.
You got screwed.
He walked into the JG Guarantee. He said, it's kind of like a car wreck. You know you shouldn't look, but you have to. In NFL news, what happened 20 years ago today?
20 years ago today, there's a great Twitter account that does that. I mean, I don't know.
I would say,
I
I
don't
would
know.
say, if I
There's a great
had to
Twitter-
answer that question, if I had to answer that question 20 years,
Hang on,
20
I can
years
find out
ago
real quick.
today, I would say that Andre Rison was still on the Chiefs.
20
roster.
He was
years
not.
ago.
Oh,
He was-
20 years ago, dude.
Well, he was
Here.
doing something. He might
Here we
have
go.
been gang
No,
banging
hang on,
somebody.
Hang on. I'll tell you here in a second. There's a couple things, obviously, but the first thing I see on their list, there's some random ones that don't matter, like Brandon Phillips hit 2 home runs. College basketball season's 3 months away. Predictions. Florida was 1, North Carolina, then KU. This was back in 06,
20
obviously.
years ago, bro.
I'm trying to figure out which thing maybe he would be talking about in
You
particular.
want me to tell you, or you want me to keep looking?
Like, so you already know it?
Yeah.
Well, it's got to be on this guy's account. It's where it comes from. Is this 20 years ago sports?
It's Mark SRT Wolf.
Well, what I mean is this 20 years ago sports
Yeah.
account is
Yeah.
what I'm talking about. Warren Moon went to the Hall of Fame.
No.
That's one of them. Let's see some Poria Posada crap. The Suns did something. Not that's matter. I don't know. What do you got then?
Indy signed Vinatieri over from New England.
Well, and you got Adam Vinatieri
Yep.
over from New England. All right.
Yep.
That's fantastic, man.
Thanks,
I'm
Mark.
sure everybody
Thanks,
on this
Mark.
show, everybody on this show wanted to listen to that crap, man. Adam Vinatieri, like that made your
You
day,
know,
didn't it?
he.
That made my day. The moment that he
hang
that he
on. Let's
spit
calm
that out of
down.
his
Goddamn
mouth,
it. Let's
Adam
calm-
Vinatieri,
hold on.
like that just like I want to listen to this shit the rest
He-
of my life, man. What a great freaking
Pause
player
a
that guy
moment.
is.
He was the replacement for Mike Vanderjack, the Colts kicker at the time before Vinatieri, who had, funny enough, had a phenomenal career up to a certain point and then literally fell off a cliff like out of nowhere. Vinatieri went on to continue to make clutch kicks for the Colts for a while. So
Now he's entering the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
I do like
I
the
think
history.
I think Vinatieri is the second kicker of all time in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Jan Stenerud.
Oh, no, Anderson.
Did Anderson get in?
Anderson got it.
So is there 3 of them now?
Anderson's the one that
Well, which one?
Got
Gary or
Vinatieri.
Morton?
Morton. I'm pretty sure it's Morton.
They're all the same, man. It's the same freaking guy. Nobody cares.
I don't know about that.
Dude.
but-
Back-
well, the first kicker ever in the Hall of Fame
was John Steiner.
was Jan Stenerud.
Yeah.
John Stenerud? Did you just say
Well,
John?
should be
Are you a
surprised.
Chiefs fan?
You just went on.
You're a Saints fan, aren't you?
3-minute
I figured
rant,
that out a while.
you know.
You can't pronounce their names correctly.
You just went on a 3-minute rant. So
I don't know. I don't
You just
remember.
said-
I don't
I
remember.
don't care, man.
I don't particularly remember the Andersons going
I've
in,
been to his house.
but Vinatieri going in makes a lot of sense. The Andersons going in, I don't remember any of
I'm
that.
pretty sure
so
one of them did.
I've been to
So I watched
Jan-
the video.
I think Vinatieri is the second kicker to go in. Tell me if I'm wrong.
I've been
Not
to
including
Jan,
punters. I'm not talking about punters. I'm talking pure kickers.
I've been to Jan Stenerud's house, and shame on you for pronouncing his name John Stenerud, man. You're not a
Wow.
true.
I mean,
You don't like. Actually, you hate
John.
the Chiefs. You're wearing a Chiefs jersey. You hate the Chiefs because you don't understand how to pronounce their name.
Morton Anderson's in.
So Morton did get in.
Yeah, and Morton
Okay.
Anderson's the guy that went to Vinatieri's house.
Went to Vinatieri's house.
You not see the video?
I mean, his house. He went to his house.
Yeah,
you
rang the
serious?
doorbell with the yellow jacket. It was-
Oh shoot! I don't remember any of that, man.
It just happened not too long.
You
ago.
guys are.
I don't
you guys
remember
are
that
freaking
part.
serious, man. Like, you're just
Whatever.
digging around over here.
All right.
All
Whatever.
right, let's get out of here, boys.
Non-legitimate.
Thank
Chiefs
goodness.
fans, man.
Yeah.
Fake
Get
Chiefs
outta here.
fans over here.
Yeah.
My
Anyways,
goodness.
I don't have anything else to say other than can't wait to get real football going. And yes, preseason football is still somewhat real
We'll
football.
be
So I'll take
back after the first preseason game.
yes. So leading up to this, from this point going forward, we'll be just taking in all the information we can on a daily basis about training camp, and then we'll get to experience the Chiefs preseason game, and then report back that following Wednesday will be our next show after that.
That's right.
So That'll be the plan.
And then we talk about LeBron James. Yeah.
All
There we
let's
go.
get out of here.
All right. Anyways, guys, I will see you all on the next one. I appreciate it.
Outro.